The jungles of Miraxis IV were not meant for the weak. Its crimson foliage hid predators that moved in total silence, and the nights whispered with the sounds of things better left unseen. To most, it was a death world. To Corporal Eli Mercer, it was Tuesday. He moved through the thick brush like a shadow, pulse rifle slung low, eyes scanning the terrain. The distress beacon had been faint, overridden with static and translated only in pieces. Injured. Younglings. Assistants. It was old Coalition protocol to investigate any distress call. But this time, it wasn't just duty. Something in the desperation of that broken transmission tugged at Eli's gut. And so, he came. 100 meters ahead, buried beneath twisted branches and the remains of a shattered escape pod, he found her. She was unlike anything he'd seen. Lithe, reptilian skin shimmered with hues of deep emerald, and bioluminescent eyes blinked at him in shock and fear. One arm was badly broken. Wings, yes, wings torn and limp. But her attention wasn't on herself. It was on the 3 small forms huddled beneath her. Triplets, each no larger than a human toddler. Wide-eyed, trembling, hungry. Eli didn't hesitate. He knelt, slung his rifle behind him, and lifted the mother gently as she hissed in pain. "Easy. I got you." The translator chip clicked, trying to adjust to her dialect. Through the broken signal, he made out a name, Shawari Thel, and a word she kept repeating, hatchlings. For the next 5 days, Eli lived in the jungle with them. He built shelter from native wood and leaves, hunted edible game with a knife and traps, boiled water using his portable burner, and fed the mother and her young. The triplets, curious and unafraid, took a quick liking to him. They clung to his boots, tugged at his vest, mimicked his expressions. They tried to pronounce his name, but the closest they got was Day. Shari Thel was strong, but the infection had set into her wing. Eli administered antibiotics from his medkit. Each night, he sat beside her, tending wounds and calming the hatchlings when they cried. "I don't know how you ended up crashing here," he said one evening, voice soft. "But you're not dying in this hellhole. Not on my watch." She stared at him for a long moment, then reached a clawed hand to gently touch his chest. Heart, strong. The days blurred into survival. On the 6th, an alien predator 4 meters tall, chitinous and silent, came hunting. Eli heard it first. He pushed Shawari and the children into the dugout he'd made and stood alone, knife in hand, rifle out of charge. The fight was brutal. Claws tore across his arm. Teeth scraped his ribs. But Eli fought like only a human could, with rage, instinct, and the furious strength of someone with something to protect. He jammed the knife into the beast's eye and twisted, roaring until the thing fell twitching at his feet. Bloodied and panting, he collapsed. Shawari Thel crawled to him, dragging her weakened body across the jungle floor. The hatchlings clung to his legs, chirping frantically. She leaned close, placed her forehead to his. "Da," one of the triplets whispered. And just like that, the bond was sealed. 2 weeks later, Coalition rescue ships finally arrived, having only recently triangulated the ancient signal. Medics flooded the jungle clearing, stunned at what they found. A lone human, half dead, shielding an alien mother and her 3 children like they were his own. Shari Thel refused to leave his side, and the children screamed every time someone tried to separate them. Eventually, the Coalition agreed. The 5 would be treated together. Word spread. The footage, Eli carrying all 3 triplets in a bundle, Shawari Thel beside him, with her hand on his shoulder, went viral across every comnet. The image became a symbol of unity, of resilience, of what humanity could mean to the galaxy. In time, Shawari Thel recovered. Her wings would never fully heal, but she didn't care. She settled on New Terra, Earth's first multi-species colony. Eli was offered commendations, medals, even early retirement. He declined. Instead, he requested guardianship of Shawari and the hatchlings. It took weeks of diplomacy and endless paperwork. But eventually, the coalition granted him full co-guardian rights under interspecies family law. Years passed. The triplets Zin, Thalie, and Krek grew up calling Eli Dad. They spoke perfect Gold Standard and fluent English. Their scales glimmered blue instead of green, a rare hybrid mutation, doctors said, born from extended exposure to human microbiomes. They excelled in both human and alien schooling, often terrifying their teachers with questions like, if Dad could take down a jungle stalker with just a knife, why do we need security bots? Shawari watched them grow with pride. And though their story was retold across vids, books, and documentaries, the truth was simpler. A lost alien mother, a lone human, a jungle that should have killed them, and three little voices that, against all odds, learned the word Dad.